Hi, it's Colleen Gallagher here with Colleen Gallagher International, which I'm so thrilled and excited for to be live. It's been like a hot minute since I've come on live. I say that and it's been like, I don't know, a week or something. But when you join, say hello. Let me know that you're tuning in. And if you're watching the replay, obviously share hashtag replay because I do believe in these platforms as a tool of connectivity. And if you don't join, you don't say, hi, I'm here, I like can't engage with you. And that makes me really sad because these platforms are used for engagement. We're created for that and connection and community. Hey, Shelly, how are you, Shelly? I hope you're well. And I really wanted to come on because I guess if I'm being honest with you guys, the best thing's Avi, how are you? How's Japan? I hope you're well. Hey, Madison, how are you? Justin, oh my God, we had so many of you. And I'm also on two platforms. If you guys see me switching my eyes, that's why. And yes, I'm so good. And Shelly, I'm so happy you're here. So anyway, I've been kind of working on a post all day today. And let's see if I can even get to the title here of the post. So the title of the post was called, What if the fairy tale and money could go together? What if the two could go together? Like your fairy tale life and the money. And I was like trying to write it all day. Like literally it's 5 o'clock and I think I've started at 9 a.m. And I was like doing other things like responding to clients or doing things for my PhD. Like, I don't know if you guys are anything like me. Sometimes you have something you really want to share, but then you're like nervous to share it. So you like find ways to procrastinate. So that was kind of my day to day. And then finally I was like, okay, that's it. Obviously writing is just not happening. So I need to go on live and talk on video and like connect with you guys. And it's been a minute. So we're here. And I really want to focus this time, like I said, really on what I was going to write about, which is relationships and money. And if you're anything like me, which most of you kind of are if you've been following me, you've always felt like you've had to choose between like being this hyper successful, career driven person, like making money, do it on your own, and not have the relationship because it means the relationship would distract you from like making money or like making your career happen or making your dreams happen. Or you've been like so obsessed and I should say engulfed, like I'm so into your relationship that you're in that your career kind of takes a back burner. So you've never really found like the right way to how do you make money and how do you make the relationship work? And so this post that I was really brewing today, but I felt like I wanted to, hey, come on live. Hey, Pat, how are you? Come on live and talk about is how do we begin to live in a way where your money and your relationship, they grow simultaneously? Yes, you get it. And I think this one takes a minute for like high performers to really get because for you, when you've like decided and you've like claimed, which I think most of you on here have, money is our birthright, abundance is our birthright, love is our birthright, fairy tales are our birthright. Patrick knows. But for us to really like grow our money and our relationships, like at the same time, it takes work. It takes, I guess, like a focused effort because you have to make a decision at some point in your life that I'm going to claim I'm going to be a high performance individual. I am going to produce and not be a consumer. I'm going to, I don't know, I guess make my career, leaving a legacy, making money a priority. And I also want to choose that I'm going to make whatever relationships that I choose to be in, those relationships at the same time accelerate my goal. They make me money as well, that everyone I'm in relationship with or communication with, their life is enhancing and improving because of where I'm going and because of where they're going. And we're moving together in a focused direction. And you can only get so far in life. Like you'll always cap out when you're doing it alone, right? Like no one great, like I don't look at like any great person that's like made a lot of success is normally by themselves. And even if they have multiple wives or multiple boyfriends or whatever, usually when you're at the height of whatever success, you had a significant other there with you. You had a partner with you, like growing relationships or, who who offered assets to your liabilities. And this doesn't need to be like a romantic relationship, a fairy tale, but I mean, it should start there, right? Like your collaborations, let's say with, if it's you work for an organization or you work for a corporation, or you have a podcast collaboration, or you have a I don't know, like a partnership with a distributor, right? Like those relationships aren't really going to go well if your relationship at home, your most interpersonal relationships aren't going well. And so I always kind of wanted to write this post of where I've had the most success in my business has always been when my interpersonal relationships are on fire. Like they're like, there's no like arguing, there's no bickering, there's no like low level shit going on behind the scenes. It's like, okay, it's you either have a conversation or it's just very clear, this is what this person's good at, here's what I'm good at, and how do we really mix this together to begin creating something simultaneously, where we don't need to have like these things of like, okay, I'm usually always me. I'm like have hyper anxiety. I'm always on time. I'm like early is on time to me, right? Like it's like I'm hyper about it, like very hyperactive, and I'm a very hyperactive person. So it'd be probably hard for me, right, looking at that, to date someone also who is very hyperactive, who's very like, because we'd always be at each other unless we had, unless we were working towards something together. But really what goes better with me is someone who's a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more like, slower at things. So I'm like Speedy Gonzalez, right? And so I have to look at like, okay, if that's true, then I need to look at every partnership in my life, every relationship, collaboration. They should probably be slower than me. And like, I don't mean slower like in a bad way. I mean like not as hyperactive as me, like someone who takes their time more, who looks at things more, right? Like I probably don't need another salesperson because I'm like sales, marketing, PR. I go out there and like chase, but like I'm not so good of like management, let's say maybe of people, or like going out and dealing with people. Like I like my home. I'm a homebody. I could stay at home not till I die, but I could stay at home for weeks, probably months on end, and be content and happy because I have my digital store. I have my digital community. We have our tribe here. You guys show up, we communicate, we talk, like I get to be part of your lives and guide you in that facilitation. So anyway, back to this point. So making money in relationships, you want to begin to really look at if you feel like you're capping out on money, you feel like you're not where you want to be. And this could be at any level of the game. Like you could cap out whether you're in corporate, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever, but you feel like you're capping out. You're just hitting that edge where you're not quite getting where you want to go. What I would suggest, oh my God, we have Mr. Bubbles in the building. Mr. Bubbles, he is a great guy. You guys need to follow him, But anyway, if you're capping out with, whatever it is in your career or in your money, you want to begin to look at where in your relationships, or where are you kind of, where in your life are you in relationships or in partnerships that are not letting you thrive to be the fullest of who you are. Because when you're a soul-led entrepreneur, when you're a creative entrepreneur, when you're someone who wants to do good in this world, right? Your money is emotional. It's an emotional thing. And so you have to begin to look at where in my relationships is there a breakdown of me not living into who I'm meant to be, or where am I, having bickering or having fights with people around me instead of being targeted and focused on my goal, which is to make money, which is to grow my career, which is to help people. And the whole post, like I was going to say, was just really around creating the fairy tale and creating the money at the same time. Because I think as high performance beings, we feel like we always have to choose. We have to choose money or this, money or relationships, money or, hey James, money or relationships, fairy tale or career, success or not as successful. But you want to really strategically look, who can I align myself with? Who can I learn from? Who can I put in my circle that's going to get me to where I want to go? And that was kind of just what I wanted to share. I guess that was like the mold of it. And that's what I really wanted because I just know what it feels like. And I wanted to share it to feel like you want to be this hyper successful person and to feel like you can't trust your partner, to feel like you can't do it with somebody or you can't fall in love because that will hold you back. That will take you off your focus. That will take you off your target to reach where you want to go. And it doesn't have to be that way. Like you do have a choice where your money and your fairy tale relationship can go together. And you can make that choice and you can decide that for yourself. And this is one of the topics that I cover in my Make Money from Bed bundle, which in that Make Money from Bed bundle, it's one of my favorite bundles because I don't know, like it's one of my favorite bundles I've created from all my courses because it's taking 3 courses that I've already run. So how to do digital sales, my course Meow, which is how to do personal branding, and let me see, there's one other one. I forgot, guys. It's like been a long day. Hold on one second. Hold on, you guys. I do know what I promised. Just one second. Let me find it. Digital sales, Meow. Hold on. And how to use social media as a tool to build and grow your community, movement, and business. So I take these 3 courses. One is a 3 video module. So the social media, like how to use social media as a community builder and how to use it as a business and how to use it to like really grow your brand. That's a 3 video series. And then Meow, which is how to build your brand and get paid to be you, is 6 videos. And then how to master the digital sales process is 7 videos. And so it's a recorded bundle where I give you all of those and then you get a live 6 calls with me. And in those 6 calls, we go through whatever it is around your sales, around career, around relationships, around maybe why you've chosen to only be hyper focused on your career or your relationships. Hyper focused on your career, not your relationships, or only hyper focused on your relationships and not your career. And like, how do you begin to mix these 2 together so that it feels like every relationship you're in is like this yummy, juicy, delicious thing that's growing your empire, that's growing your life, that's growing your, I guess you could say, like equity in your life. And so anyway, that is that. And I spent, let's say, like I said, all day today, you guys, trying to write this post. And it took me about 10 minutes to come on here and do live and do it. But sometimes it's just how it is. And I guess as a creative or as someone who's a coach or who's an influencer, who's a leader, like these are things that you have to think about. You have to learn how to be strategic in your life. And you have to learn how to be specific about where you're going and who you allow into your circle and who actually meets the criteria to be a fairy tale life for you. And like, if you're like working a job that's 9 to 5, right, there's a certain type of person that could meet that fairy tale. If you're someone who wants to leave a legacy, right, that's going to take another type of person to be able to help you live that fairy tale. If you want to have an amazing empire and be a parent, that takes another type of communication for you to like build that relationship and build that fairy tale so your money keeps growing while you do that. Divorce, separation, like there's so many parts to it. So, yeah, I would love to be a support for you because I feel like for a long time in my life, I was that girl where I always chose my career over everything. I chose to travel the world. You know, I left many boyfriends when I went to go live in a new country or a new state, you know, and they were amazing relationships or amazing men, but I just wanted more. And I never knew that maybe there was a way where I could have, with the right criteria that I didn't have then, I could have attracted the right person to be with me to grow an empire. With where I'm at now, I've really gotten clear on who is the criteria to be in my life, who are the relationships that are going to bring me where I want to go, whether that's clients, whether it's allies, whether it's just who you surround yourself with. And you have to begin to think of your life in a way of like this mystical fairy tale. That's what you want, where money does fly from trees, or money comes in all different forms. Money flies out of the bank into your, out of whatever, into your account. Like you have to really like think of these mantras and think of these like unobtainable thing that you do have a bestseller book, that you do have the best clothing line, that you do have the best music, that you do have the best food, I don't know, beauty, whatever that it is, that you have it. And from that, your relationships allow that to grow instead of hinder it. And you can have both the money and the relationships, the beauty, the creativity, all of it. And so I don't know. I guess I'm not really maybe focusing my thoughts as well. Maybe that's why I had trouble writing today. But I just want everyone to know it's possible, because I feel like I'm living it, where my life really is enhancing from my relationships and my career. It's no longer this fight or this struggle between one or the other. And I know if it's happened for me, like it can happen for you. And I know that you don't have to bury yourself in your home or in your room, or, you know, and think that the only option is that you're not going to meet anyone. You're not going to meet anyone if you don't leave your home, or you're not going to like whatever. Like there's digital apps, there's, you know, meeting people through people, and there's ways that you can still have amazing relationships and still be yourself, like still work from home, still live in your house, still live in your bubble, and not need to like go out into the world. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. So my Make Money from Bed bundle is live. It closes on Friday. So if you're wanting to know how to enhance your relationships, and you're wanting to know how to enhance your career simultaneously instead of always in the battle of choosing one or the other, I just want you to know, like, I've got your back, and you can have it all, and you can be it all, and you can do it all. And even as a coach and a mentor, right? Like I don't have one niche. I never will have one niche. I guess I'll always be focused on love and relationships, but it's your relationships to everything. And how do you unify those relationships? So, but I offer it in so many different ways. Money, you know, romantic, manifestation, all of it, your relationship to everything in life. And so anyway, there's that. Let me know if this helped, guys. Let me know if you loved it, if you enjoyed it. I love hearing your feedback. I love when you're live, and I honor you. I see you, and just message me money, money in bed, and we'll get you it, because the best way to make money is in bed, especially with someone you love. So I love you.